guys, Laura here, mom of two, holistic nutritionist, and founder of the Lavish Method, where I teach women who just want to lose weight a simple way of eating that doesn't involve giving up wine, chocolate, or anything else that makes life worth living. And today I am here sharing with you my thoughts on healthy foods and why the way we think about healthy foods and weight loss may be one of the things holding us back from actually achieving eating healthy and losing weight. So let's get right into it. When I used to think about healthy foods, and you're probably here too, I was thinking of foods that had lots of vitamins, that had lots of minerals, that were unprocessed, not necessarily out of a package, all of those good things. I also made the mistake of equating vitamins, minerals, not out of a package with being good for weight loss. All the foods right here on this tray are foods that I used to consider healthy foods, and I would eat them thinking that they were helping me to lose weight. And don't get me wrong, these foods are not necessarily unhealthy. They tick most of those boxes. So we've got some fruits here, which are unprocessed, organic, basically as fresh as it gets. We've got some whole grains, in terms of some whole grain lasagna here that's got some spinach in it. Whoa. And so this would be a good healthy choice if we're talking about a grain. We've got steel cut oats, which I used to eat for breakfast almost every morning. Very healthy, lots of fiber in them. There's some protein in here, B vitamins. We have cottage cheese, which I always thought was a great protein. And I've got some of these great granola bars, the cashew. The ingredients are fairly clean. There's not too much going on in there. And, they basically support good health. However, all of these foods, these healthy foods, because they do have the vitamins, they do have the minerals, they do have good things going for them, but all of these foods have one thing in common, and that is that they are all carbohydrate-based foods. Okay? And carbohydrates are not the devil, but carbohydrates are basically a form of sugar. And your body is programmed to run on sugar, but here's what happens. When you eat predominantly carbohydrates, what happens is they digest really quickly. They release all of that sugar into your bloodstream, and they create the response of a lot of insulin coming in to transport that sugar to the cells who need it for energy. Insulin is also responsible for storing fat. So when that energy that has been digested and taken to the cells is not needed, then it is stored as fat for use later on. That is what insulin does, okay? And the other problem is that because it all digested so quickly and insulin came in and took all that sugar away, there's nothing else coming. So that means now the blood sugar is too low. And so the body, being really, really smart and adaptive, is going to start craving more carbohydrate foods so it can increase blood sugar again. And that is basically the blood sugar roller coaster I talk about all the time. Now, the foods over here, I used to consider unhealthy, which is really interesting because they kind of fall under the same category as what I was talking about here. They all contain, different vitamins or minerals. They're all fairly unprocessed. All the ingredients are very clean in my packaged products, and these are all whole foods. And yet, I used to consider these foods very unhealthy, which is interesting. So, I will tell you that now that I know what I know about fat, these foods are just as healthy as these foods. You get a ton of fat-soluble vitamins in here. You get more potassium in this little avocado than you would find in a banana. And the fact that these are made of fats is actually really beneficial to weight loss, because instead of creating that blood sugar roller coaster and all of that fat storage, what happens is that fats are digested really, really slowly, which is amazing for blood sugar control. So what happens is, instead of that massive amount of sugar or energy going into the blood and the massive insulin response and then the roller coaster reaction where now we need more and et cetera and so forth, as this digests, little bits of energy are sent into the blood, which is very manageable. And then insulin is not secreted in large amounts, it stays in a smaller concentration. And there's no rebound craving effect. So when you eat foods like these for health, either balanced with foods like these or instead of foods like these, you are going to have less cravings, you are going to be more satisfied, and you're going to be able to shift your body from fat storage mode, where insulin is the dominant hormone, to fat burning mode, which is where you want to be if you want to lose weight. I hope that makes sense. You know, if anything, I want you to take away from this video that healthy is all well and good, and many foods can be considered healthy. Healthy does not necessarily mean weight loss, right? That's one thing that you need to keep in mind. Healthy, number two, isn't necessarily the same for everybody. And that's the most important thing. So the lavish method, the way I work, is very focused on incorporating healthy fats into your diet to help flip that metabolic switch from fat storage mode over into fat burning mode. Now, I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. That's a good thing, because the people that I'm for work really, really, really well with this method. So if you're intrigued by what I'm talking about, if you want to know more about the lavish method, if you want to know more about me and what I'm about, I would encourage you to sign up for my free webinar. It's happening Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will basically talk about the 5 steps that I use with myself and with all of my clients to help flip that switch from fat storage mode over to fat burning mode, so you can actually lose fat without the cravings, without the willpower, without any of that BS, and actually feel really good doing it. So if you want to sign up for that webinar, it's happening Tuesday night at 8 p.m. You can go to my website, www.lavishnutrition.com, and there's a little scroll bar you can click on and sign up there. So I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me today. I always enjoy talking about food, hanging out, all that good stuff. If there's something you want me to cover in one of my videos, please feel free to leave a comment or send me an email, and I will do my best to accommodate. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll talk real soon. Bye!